If you want 10 million subscribers on YouTube, start with obituary. And I'm serious, this is the right way to start. Because if you are not starting with your obituary, I would say you are starting wrong. That's a false start. Only if you want to make a difference, and if you want to make change, and if you really want a good followership. And today I will tell you one story of a lonely millionaire who wish he knew this earlier. And we are following his steps. We can change our own history right now. I mean, you're doing YouTube, or you want to do YouTube, or you want to become famous, or you want to create some digital products or something, to earn some income. As I say, always that's clear, that's understood. So you want to cover your needs, that's okay. But you know what? Shallow dreams, they bring shallow results. If you just dream of this accomplishment, that's what you will get. That's too shallow. Or some people are dreaming of making success on YouTube and then getting a good fancy car. Or maybe the top of their dreams is to travel the world and be free, retire early, maybe have a house and things like that. Even this is shallow. And shallow goals bring shallow results. So if you don't have the goal worth living, then guess what will happen to you? Who will come for you, and with this magic wand, she will erase your name from the history. This lovely death uh, character. I was looking for a death character, which is funny, and I think it's funny enough. Yeah, that's what's going to happen if you start from a wrong foot on YouTube channel. So don't start with what usually people start. They usually start with finding the niche. Yesterday in live broadcast, we actually discussed that you have to start with values to get a successful YouTube channel. But there is deeper thing that you need to think about that will help you with your values as well. And let me guide you through what do you need to know. If your life will be focused on only survival, which we also spoke about in previous live broadcasts, you will survive. That's only thing you will do. You will survive, but your name will be erased from the history, and that's a pity. That's a pity. I have seen the portrait on one old woman, which most probably have given birth to kids, raised kids in difficult times after war or something like this. And later, her grandchildren, when they have got her um, a house after her death, they were cleaning up the house and they have thrown out her portrait into the garbage bin, or not even into the garbage bin. They were um, not not willing to put it in the garbage bin, and they were not willing to keep it. So they have put this portrait near the garbage bin so they don't feel bad that they have thrown the portrait of this woman away. And this woman most probably gave all her life for those kids. And those grandchildren today are throwing away her portrait. You might have a portrait at home, or your pictures. Look at them very well and think of this. One day they will be in the garbage if you are starting your YouTube from the wrong thing. It will lead you to, stupid problems. Shallow goals lead to stupid problems. You need to be a problem solver, but not a problem solver on the level of, daily mundane things. You have to be a problem solver on a different level of a person who is living on a mission. all these goals, dreaming of the house, dreaming of the retirement, or dreaming of income that will sustain you and your family, all this is good. It's just a tool. That's just a tool. You need tools to achieve your goal, life goal, but your tools are not your goal. For instance, if you want to eat soup, so you need a bowl where you will have this soup, and you need a spoon, but not a goal. Sorry, neither the bowl nor the spoon is your goal. I mean, are you going to be satisfied if you have a bowl and a spoon and no soup in it? Is not soup is the goal? So if soup is the goal, how your focus is on the bowl and the spoon? Let me know where you're watching from, and if in your country they are eating soup, what is the best soup they do? Like in my country where I'm from Ukraine, I'm living in Greece. But in Ukraine we have this soup that is called borscht, that is done from beetroot. I I know there are like different soups in different nations. So write which soup are is cooked in your nation. I am curious to know. Write right now in comments, and write if you're watching. Write where are you watching from. So I would love to know which soup they eat in your country. My soup is borscht. So soup is the goal, but the bowl is not. So just like there is a goal in life, but the to have a house is just a bowl that will help you to have this result that you need to have. And that's the starting or from the wrong foot. Your YouTube channel is the bowl, is a spoon to achieve your life goal. And why do I have this dancing death? It's important because this dancing death is related to one person. This person was a successful millionaire, and this person was making millions of oil industry. It was in 18th century, and he was out of the first. He and his brother, they made the oil company out of the first in the world. So they were first oil companies. He did it in Baku, Azerbaijan. And so they were refining oil. I mean, oil companies, petroleum. So lots of money. But the thing he was famous for, this person I'm talking about, is for his chemical inventions. He was a scientist and a chemist, and he had inventions and over 300 patents, which is a great achievement. He was getting money from patents, he was getting money from his inventions and from oil. And his name is Alfred Nobel. However, Alfred Nobel was not known for his 300 inventions. He was not known for the oil industry development. And actually there was a lot of innovation. They had created pipelines that were not visible, that were not existing then. They were creating a lot of technologies around this, and today's oil industry owns Nobel brothers. But Nobel was not known for this. He was known for his achievements in chemistry, and specifically producing and inventing dynamite. There was the company of his dad, of his father, Emmanuel. Uh, this company was creating equipment for military needs. Alfred was not interested in that much, but he eventually got into this business. And when at this factory someone had an accident with nitroglycerin, which was unstable explosive. So if there is improper transportation, or there is improper, management of this element, there would be an accident. And there was an accident, and I think that the person died. So Alfred was interested to make it stable, and he invented dynamite. His intentions were good. He wanted for people to be more secure, those who work with nitroglycerin. And eventually it was very popular. Their business started growing, selling dynamite everywhere in the world where there was war. So one day in France, he was drinking coffee and reading his newspaper in the solitude, as usually Alfred Nobel was sitting in. And he was shocked. He was shocked to see in the paper the headlines were saying Le merchant de la mer est mort. I think so. I don't know. Let me just go online and just actually play it. Le merchant de la mer est mort. Let me see if I'm saying it right.
Le marchand de la mort est mort.
Le merchant de la mer est mort. I don't speak French, but it sounds nice to me. I did it. Yay! So this is what he read, and that was interesting, because this shocked him and it changed his life totally. What does it mean, le merchant de la mer est mort? It means the merchant of death is dead. It was an obituary written in newspaper about him mistakenly. His brother has died, and the media had mistaken him for his brother, and they written about Alfred that he was dead, and they were criticizing him after death. They were criticizing him that he was making his fortune from death. So literally what they said is that he became rich by finding ways to kill more people and faster than before. Actually, in today's world, I would say maybe his invention saves lives, because in Ukraine, where there is war and there are attacks of military on civilians, this dynamite helps keep them far from our cities. But then they didn't look at this like that, and he was called a merchant of death, and it deeply shocked him. And you know what? His inventions, they were costly, not only in terms of his reputation but also money. He had to spend a lot of money on his inventions, and thus his business was not stable. He was always at risk of bankruptcy. Even more, his father, who was in the same business, he filed for bankruptcy multiple times, because it was expensive to find the inventions for which you had to have experiments were costly, and they were always insecure. They were working a lot at the same time. He was working a lot in solitude. He was. And when I am listening and reading about him going through this type of life, I'm thinking, we are YouTubers, we are the same. YouTube people, content creators, what we are doing, we just like Noble, we are inventing, we are looking for new ways to create our content that will be attractive. We knew uh, we do a lot of things just like he was doing. We work in solitude a lot. We work a lot. He was working like day and night, and we still feel insecurity because the income from YouTube is unstable. And at the same time, some people don't even have it despite putting all the work, just like Alfred Nobel. So he was balancing his creativity and practical questions that he had to be responsible for. Until one day, he found out that he's not just surviving, it's just not about this. It's about how he goes down in history. And he was going down in history not as inventor of 300 and someone who have filed for 300 patents. He was going down in history as an evil man, and it was not fun. So he decided to change his approach, and he was surrounded by then um, people who are rooting for peace. They didn't call themselves yet then what do they call those people who root for peace? Pacifists, yeah. They didn't call themselves pacifists yet, but they understood that uh, there should be a movement for peace. And he was around people who were thinking about this, and basically his inventions, they were directed for good. He was intending for good, but it didn't work for good. And today's content that you are creating on YouTube also might not be doing good to people, although you might intend the good. For example, your content might be stealing time from people. They might be watching and not getting value, or your content might be misleading people. For example, you give them some information just because it's trend. Maybe your content is a lost opportunity for you to leave an influence, to influence those people for better, to change their lives for better. You might be wasting time on YouTube if you are living like Alfred Nobel. Imagine you going into the history right now. Imagine you die today. So this pretty lady comes to you with this magic wand to take your life. What will go down in history? He was doing he was crazy about YouTube and was, spending all his time on YouTube trying to make something for living, or she was dancing on TikTok to attract attention and to have subscribers, or maybe she abandoned her virtues and her beliefs just to attract people. I know influencers like this who believe one thing, but they say on YouTube or in Facebook other things because those other things are controversial and they attract more attention. So, or maybe they will say she were registered on OnlyFans to earn money. Is it what is going to go in history for what you have done on this earth? And and think of this. It can happen today. It can happen today. This lady is unpredictable. That she's not saying when she will come. You don't want to be in the position when you read about yourself in newspaper that you were nothing. And it's even, even a good outcome if you read something about you in newspaper. Most probably you will just have one stone at the cemetery with your name and with the date of your birth, date of your death, and the hyphen between. And all your life will be a hyphen. Is it what you want? Because YouTube requires a lot of time. Facebook requires a lot of time. You have to invest a lot of time. This is your lifetime. And by investing in YouTube, you are investing in results of your lifetime. So my question is, do you have shallow goals? Are you investing in just having bread on your table? Are you wasting your time to get attention for peanuts? Because we can change it. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to change it. I'll give you an exercise that will totally change your perspective on what you will do with YouTube. And when I said in the beginning of this live broadcast that you can have 10 million subscribers, but you have too shallow goals. If you have too shallow goals, you won't have it. If you change your perspective on your life and why you are living, what is the mission of your life, then you might have a chance of having a good followership on YouTube. Of course, you can have followership on YouTube by just dancing, of course, doing something stupid and then going into history for stupid things. Maybe you can do not something stupid, but just entertainment. But my question is, how long you will be remembered? And not even this. When you are living intentionally, when you are living with the mission in mind, then you stop surviving. New opportunities and new doors open to you. And 10 million subscribers is not going to be difficult. You might think, why 10 million subscribers? And I'm asking, okay, why 100,000? Why do you plan to have 5,000 subscribers? Why do you want to have 1,000? Why do you want to have 1 million? Where did you get this number from? Why do you focus on shallow goals and plan just 1 million? You might not even plan 1 million subscribers. You might just think to achieve 1,000. Look, I want to have also build a good community, healthy community, and we need to grow. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you know what I will ask you. You need to go and like this video and subscribe and invite your friends so that you and your friends are in the first 1,000 of subscribers on this channel, so that when we are 1 million and 10 million, you can brag that you was the first. Not only that, I believe that everyone who subscribed in the first 1,000 will move with similar speed as I move. So as I grow, you will grow as well. So as early you subscribe, as better. So be in 1,000. You already lost an opportunity to be in the first 100 of subscribers. Now you have an opportunity to be in 1,000 of subscribers. And this subscription, I remind you, that's not about just the number. It's not about the number. This subscription is about you subscribing to a new lifestyle, a lifestyle of creator who is focused on a mission. Creators on a mission, we are. Everyone who is here is creator on a mission. So going back to this merchant of death, unintentionally, you can create content that will deprive people of what you could give them. So you need to figure out what is it that you could give them that is valuable and what you are going to go into history with. So if you follow the steps of this lowly millionaire, there is a book about Alfred Nobel called Lonely Millionaire. You can research it online. You can thinking of this mistaken obituary that he have got in his lifetime, you can avoid his mistakes, and this is how you do it. So number one, write mistaken obituary about yourself right now. Not now. Don't leave this live stream. once you finish watching, write the obituary, mistaken obituary about yourself, and be true to yourself. What people will write about you, even if they are going to write about you anything, maybe you will not be even noticed that you are gone. And that's not how it should be. You were not created to just disappear from this earth. So that's not right way to start YouTube channel, just to create content. You have to start with the obituary and write a mistaken obituary first. It will bring you to your senses. You will understand what is actually happening. What value do you have in other people's lives, and how do they perceive you? Because Alfred Nobel was doing a lot of good things, but unfortunately he was not perceived as he thought he would be, not as inventor and solution provider, but as a merchant of death. Doing everything that you are doing now, how are you going to go into history? Analyze this in the mistaken obituary. How do you do this mistaken obituary? You just take a piece of paper and write the date. Today is 7th of October, and write, today is 7th of October. So and so is dead. I would say, like, if it's my mistaken obituary, I would say Kate Coronis is dead. And then write who is dead. Who is this person who is dead? You write it about yourself. Who is this person? What is the impact this person made on other people's lives? What characters and characteristics of this person will be remembered and appreciated? And what legacy does this person, you, leave on the earth? Now, after you do this will change totally the way you work with YouTube. After writing this, write another obituary, obituary number 2, and this obituary will be the correct one. In this obituary, the correct one, go crazy. Go crazy. Have no limitations about what you want actually people to write about you, but write it in a way that it happened today. So today, 7th of October 2025, so and so passed away, and write who is this person. But now, when you are writing, you're not writing the mistaken obituary that you would have if you would die today, but the one that you would actually have after this obituary becomes your turning point. Write, what impact have you done on this earth? Imagine this and give yourself freedom. Don't put boundaries on what you are writing about your impact. Whose lives you changed? How did you change those lives? This will change your approach to YouTube, and it will guarantee you millions of subscribers. Because people are following goal oriented people. Leaders are those who have vision and can pass this vision to other people. If you cannot see your obituary, you cannot be leader. And people who are creating YouTube channels that are followed by millions are leaders. So you have to be leader. You have to learn to see. Make this exercise to see why you shouldn't limit yourself to circumstances. Let's say you just dream of your obituary within your own country because you have no means to go somewhere else. You have to remove even this limitation. And the reason for this is that you have inside of you your calling, which you haven't discovered yet, but it's inside of you. You are created with this, it's built in. So you have to you have the feeling about this. You have to work to become the person that you are created to be. You have to work to achieve what is in You still have to do a lot of work, and it's process, and we are going to talk about the process of excellence that take you to the top of everything that you are doing, including YouTube. But not today. Today you are writing your obituary, second obituary, like you are you have no limitations. Do this. And remember about this lady, that it's always somewhere around. It can take your life anytime. So this first exercise, it will help you with finding your mission. And this month we are working on how to find your mission, and that's why I am presenting you this idea. This idea is not something new. So let me show you actually where I have been, how I've been inspired. What inspired me to talk about this, you can find it um, in this book. Okay, just give me a second, let me correct, because you won't be able to see in this book. So this book is called Who Will Attend Your Funeral? Who Will Attend Your Funeral? You will have there, you will find there the exercises. Let me actually make it bigger so that you can see better. So you will find there, it's called Who Will Attend Your Funeral by Dr. Sunday Adelaja. You will find there exercise and examples of people who made those exercises, so you can learn from them what is good obituary. But this obituary, just like for Alfred Nobel, it will be a turning point. Now, if you don't know Alfred Nobel, let me tell you what was the turning point actually. Alfred Nobel became a peacemaker by his he created a foundation, and this foundation is known now as the Nobel Prize, which people receive for achievements in science, in I think in technology, in chemistry, physics, in literature, and in peacemaking. And this all his money he left after death for this foundation, the Nobel Prize, that today every year rewards people who achieve something in doing good to society. So this is how Alfred Nobel changed his life and perspective after after reading a wrong obituary calling him what it was. Who remembers what it was? It was called Le Merchant de la Mort et Meurt. Write your obituary and thank me later. This month we are going to talk about mission. We keep talking about mission. I come live if nothing interrupts me. This time you can see today I've been interrupted because we have the building site, they are like doing some renovations, a lot of noise. I couldn't come earlier, but I'm trying. And this channel is to equip you to become a millionaire, a YouTube millionaire. And I'm not talking about money, it's about how many people will follow you. And they have to follow you not for stupid things like dancing in front of the camera, stupid dances, although dances is good, but that's not the goal of this channel. I mean, I am teaching you to leave an impact. We are creators on a mission. Everyone who is subscribed is a creator to on a mission, because you are subscribing to the idea of being a creator on a mission. A lot of good things are coming, A lot of good projects are coming that are going to help you in this. Every day I'm coming live to teach and motivate on how to become a creator on a mission. I want you all to grow. I will give you opportunities to showcase your achievements on this channel. Every Friday we have a guest that will help us to dissect some topics that we already discussed here. And this Friday we will have Israel Balogun, who is a good representative of the intellectually curious person, which we heard about from Dr. Sunday, who was a guest speaker on our quarterly Creators on a Mission Summit. So I invite you this Friday. It's going to be very soon. Don't miss it. And I invite you also every day. And when you are joining, I need you to write where you are watching from, because we need to know, all of us, we need to know what is the geography, because we need to cover all the world. I want to see here people from every area of the world. We need to be 10 million people who are creating content with a mission to make a change, transformation, and not for dumb stuff. Remember this guy, Alfred Nobel, sending you regards from where he is now there. And he tells you, don't do the false start, do the right start on YouTube. Start with your obituary, a mistaken one and the correct one, and the last, before I stop the stream. If you write obituary and the good one, I mean the second one, and you are willing to share with the community, here in the on this YouTube channel there is an community section, and you can send there your screenshot, or if you are writing your obituary like this, you can make a picture and send. It would be nice to have your obituary sent. And if I like your obituary, I am going to invite you to be a guest on our live broadcast on Friday, one of the Fridays. We have a schedule and a pipeline for guests, but you will be eventually invited. All right? So, see you tomorrow. Bye.